Welcome to the Calder Cup Playoffs, Griffins fans. It's Game 1 of a best-of-5 series. The number 2 seeded Grand Rapids Griffins and the number 3 seeded Milwaukee Admirals in the Central Division Semis. And it all begins right here tonight inside Van Andel Arena. Our preview of Game 1 comes your way, brought to you by Michigan First Credit Union. Well, hard to believe that between the birth of the Griffins in 1996 and 19 seasons later, that Grand Rapids and Milwaukee played just once in the postseason. And it was back in 2006 when Pekka Rinne, who last night led Nashville to a shocking sweep of the Chicago Blackhawks in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. He was in net for Milwaukee back in 06 in an equally stunning sweep of the Grand Rapids Griffins, the regular season champion Griffins. And there weren't many people around back then that are still here today, other than myself and my radio counterpart, the voice of the Admirals, Aaron Sims.
What I remember from that series, the Admirals had just surprisingly swept Houston. And then the reward was to get that juggernaut Grand Rapids team with McLean and Hoodler and Filppula and so on and so on. But you look back, and the Admirals at the time had Darren Hadar, maybe one of the best players in the AHL in the last 30 years, maybe ever. And then your defensemen were Shea Weber and Greg Zanin and Kevin Klein, and you had Pekka Rinne in goal. So it's funny to look back and think, wow, they were really scared. But yeah, it worked out.
Well, 10 years later, the Griffins and the Admirals got together again, and the Griffins returned the favor, sweeping Milwaukee last season in a best-of-5 series. Now, suddenly, they engage in the postseason and play for the second consecutive year here in the playoffs. Well, they, of course, met 12 times during the regular season, and there are certainly no secrets going into these playoffs.
No, pretty familiar with each other. You still do your homework with the pre-scout and stuff, but there's a lot of familiar names over there, and a lot of battles that have been established throughout the year. So, the stakes are obviously a lot higher, but not too much unfamiliarity.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Obviously, when you play a team this much, you find that rivalry, but I think we have to restart and kind of reset our mind. We're going to the playoffs. It's going to be a quick 5-game series, so I think it's important that we get out to a good start and do everything we can to get this first game.
Well, everything ramps up during the postseason. Even team doctors and trainers are a whole lot busier. There is just nothing like the intensity, the physicality of hockey playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of banging, a lot of toll in your body. As a team, you need a little bit of luck as well to stay healthy. We know that this series is going to be a war, but at the same time, we got to take things shift by shift, period by period, and not look too far ahead.
So away we go. The Griffins entering the playoffs have just about everybody available. Everyone's back from Detroit. Injured players, most of them are healthy. The only question mark going in will be Martin Ferk for tonight's game with an upper body injury. Griffins attempt to build on their past success in the playoffs. There is no other AHL team that has won more games, 34, or claimed more playoff series wins than the Griffins, who have had 8 in the last 4 years. Tonight and Sunday, games 1 and 2 here at Van Andel Arena. Sunday's game at 4 o'clock, and then the series shifts to Milwaukee for Game 3 on Wednesday, Game 4, if necessary, Friday night in Sud City, and then back here a week from Monday for a 5th and decisive game if it goes that far. Great to have you along with us. This place is going to be rocking. There is nothing like the Van Andel Arena and our great fans during the hockey playoffs. We've been spoiled the last several years, and hopefully this is the beginning of our long run here in the postseason. Enjoy the game, everyone. That has been our game day preview presented by Michigan First Credit Union. I'm Bob Casey.